Where your energy at? I want to say first of all, welcome to my mental wellness page. This is your first time. Like, subscribe, share, and also leave a comment, and also suggestions to future videos you might want me to make. This morning I'm doing my morning reading, and it came across me that the number one thing that we try to do is avoid pain, and we misconstrue pain as if it's a bad thing, but pain is the way our body communicates with us that something isn't going in the right direction. Let's say, for example, we hurt our shoulder. It's going to give us an indication that we have a pain. If we hit our toe, it's going to give indication, you hit your toe, it's going to send a signal of pain to your brain. But then also let's think about our psyche. When our psyche communicates with us, it uses fear, because it uses fear to try to lure us back from a situation that it think might harm us, to hurt us in a certain situation. And if you're not mindful, meaning being conscious of what's on your mind at the time, you get caught up in that emotion. And before you know it, it'll trigger old stories, and now you're feeling some type of weight. It's not even happening right now, because what we have to understand, what we have to understand is the body holds the memory. So it remembers when I felt that pain. Let's say, for example, you got super drunk one night. When you smell that alcohol, your body kind of rejects it because it doesn't want to feel that again. Same thing with our psyche. If a fear might come up, if feeling like I'm inadequate in some type of way, if self-doubt keep coming up, that's gonna be a fear. My body gonna send my brain going, my psyche, which is the mental, is gonna send a signal like, oh no, this is familiar territory. I don't want to feel this again. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna avoid it. I get it. It's uncomfortable. But in the spiritual world, we grow when we're uncomfortable. Recognize that feeling and don't get entangled in that feeling. I want you to feel your feelings, but don't get entangled in your feelings. So when the psyche comes up and give you a fear, you pause, you take a breath, and you evaluate what's truly going on. And the reason why I say take a breath, and I want you to take that breath in your nostrils and out your nostrils only. Because when we speak about survival, we coming from the part of the brain that isn't qualified to evaluate our environment and recognize that we're safe. So when we breathe in our nose, out our nose, that puts in the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain that allows us to survey the environment and realize, hey, I'm not in danger. And when we do that, we can alleviate some of that pressure and some of that pain in our body. And if you get caught up in it, let me give you a quick hack. You can get some ice, put it in your hand and hold it. What that does is it calms down your nervous system. That kind of lessens you from having an anxiety attack. It lessens the body from having that or cortisone that release because it think you need to either run, fight, freeze, or even fawn. Fawn means that you're actually going to be people pleasing as a fear mechanism. So fawning. So when we're breathing out our nostrils only, we come out of that amygdala, will deal with that survival skill, deal with fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. We don't want to be in that. We don't want to be in that mental position. So our breathing is very important. So when we feel that fear or angst coming on, pause, take a deep breath in your nose and exhale. You can take a couple if you need to, just to give you space from that feeling and emotion. Because when that psychic gives you that fear, this is the perfect opportunity to analyze the situation and make the proper adjustment. Don't get involved in the emotions. This adjustment is recognizing what's going on without getting entangled in that feeling and emotion and releasing it. The psyche is trying to show you, hey, this is where the fear is coming from. If you release this, you will have space to replace it with joy. You will have space to replace it with inner peace. Because all this time we're dealing with fear, that's inner angst. So we're going through a inner stress just because we're trying to avoid fear. We're trying to avoid that feeling on the inside. But if we sit still with it and allow it to show us what we need to do to release that energy and emotion. We will be free of the hold that emotion has on us. I'm gonna say this again. If we sit through, it's like a bad rainstorm. Yes, it's raining real bad. You can't see out your windshield. So when you're driving, slow down, take your time, and just proceed through that storm with caution. Same thing when we have a mental storm. Everything seems haywire. It's like it's crowding on me, having rushing thoughts. I can't focus on one thing. Pause. Get in that breathing so you can evaluate the situation with a clear mind. Not a mind dealing with fear right now. We want to clear our mind to make the proper adjustments. Pausing and breathing gives you your power back so you don't feel as if you're not empowered. The main thing of me having this discussion, me having this channel is to empower you, to give you back your financial, give you back your mental equity. So we're not worrying about anxiety. We're not worrying about fear. We're not dealing with self-doubt. We're not looking at as if I'm not worthy. I'm not looking at myself as if I'm a broken piece. Because with my affirmation, I am whole. I am powerful. I am strong. I'm loving. I am harmonious. I am peace. As we keep saying these things while we're breathing, we help rewire our brain and being very mindful where your mind is because emotion, energy, emotions, where your energy at. So today, to summarize what's going on, is the body communicates through pain and the psyche communicates through fear. The fear is only trying to get your attention to show you, hey, if you if you release yourself from this story, from this emotion, you can replace it with inner peace, with bliss. But you have to learn to sit through the uncomfortableness. Coach, how do I sit through the uncomfortableness? Breathe and sit back and watch it. Just remember, just let's use this as an example. Just remember this. Your thoughts are the clouds and you are the sky that is floating through. So you just sit there patiently and allow that thought to pass through without putting your awareness on it, without putting a story on it, without putting any energy on it. Just watch it, acknowledge it, and allow it to pass. And guess what? Another cloud gonna come. Allow that to pass. Another cloud gonna come. Allow that to pass. You are not your thoughts. You are the watcher of your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And when you become the observer of your thoughts, you have the power to choose if you shall or if you shall not respond and react to it. And if you do find yourself caught up in the emotion that you have reacted to it, responded to it, pause, take a couple of breaths to bring you back present. What I do is count backwards. 3, 2, 1, 0. It's not natural to count backwards, so that brings me back to the present moment and gives me space between that thought and how I'm going to respond to it. I don't want to react. I want to be able to pause, do the proper breathing to get myself in the right mind frame to evaluate the situation and make the proper adjustments without fear. It's with unconditional love and empathy. So when fear comes up, when pain comes up, realize it's an indication that it's a perfect opportunity for you to release something. Don't engage in that fear. Remain faithful. Because when your faith becomes weak, those energy will attack. Stay rooted in your faith. Stay rooted in your mindfulness. And remember to meditate. Stay connected with Source Creator. It did not give us the spirit of fear. It's not yours. So if you're fearing it, it's not coming from a loving source. Remain faithful to yourself. Do not allow yourself to suffer in silence. Release the lower vibration thoughts and replace them with higher vibration thoughts. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with somebody you think can appreciate and need this right here. Because mental wellness is so important. That's why I'm always asking where your energy at. Because where your energy goes, your awareness flows. that being said, namaste. Until next time, peace.